From the Decks of the World. This is the 19th cover story and is set after the return to Shabonti arc. The Straw Hat's return has been made known to the public, and the news crews travel the world to spread the news. In Fuchsia Village, the town is celebrating Luffy's return. In the center, we see Makino has a baby in her arms. And to the left, the mayor of the village, Whoop Slap, is frustrated as ever. The Dadan family also celebrate after reading the news in the paper. We see all the members have a straw hat. And in the center we have Dadan. We see that she is collecting a snippet of this news to add to her collection. On the left you can see she has quite the collection of Luffy and Ace. A majority seems to be Ace. At the Shell's Town Marine Base, Rika trains as a waitress. If you remember, Rika was the girl that made some rice balls or onigiri and took them to Zoro when he was captured by the Marines. Zoro's teacher, Koshiro, visits Kuina's grave to inform her of Zoro. Over in Orange Town, the dog Shushu and the mayor have opened a new pet shop. And in this image we can see a few straw hats, notably on the fountain itself, a statue of Shushu with a straw hat, and even on the pet shop itself, right at the top. Meanwhile, on the island of rare animals, Gaimon has a new friend, a girl in a barrel, Safunkel. The former Usopp pirates have grown up in Syrup Village, and they continue to wear their Jolly Roger. Kaya continues her studies, while Mary fends off potential suitors. A thing you might miss here is that it seems like Kaya has a cutting of, I assume, Usopp pinned to her tower of books there. Yusaku and Johnny have remained in Kokoyashi Village, where they work as fishermen on their new boat, the Bounty Maru. Zeref is shown smiling at the news. Bharati has expanded with HQ undergoing major renovations. So the expansion of Bharati we mentioned, other than the actual development of HQ with several floors, we have this here. This is the sister Anko, and it is a desert submarine, primarily serving desserts. Another vessel, part of the expansion of Bharati, is Nasugashira, and it is a teppanyaki vessel. This was extra funny because you can see a face of Sanji, or at least an image of Sanji from his first bounty. Nami's family and friends learn of the Straw Hat's return. Genzo is once again outraged by Nami's appearance, and Bellman now has a stone memorial at her grave. Ippon Matsu shows his wife a cleaned-up bathroom with a huge picture of Zoro on the wall. Over at Twin Cape, Crocus is talking with an unknown person, with Laboon in the background. Mr. Nine and Miss Monday, who survived their encounter with Mr. Five and Miss Valentine, are now bounty hunters at Whiskey Peak. They also have a child. Dory and Broggy are still fighting in Little Garden. Now out of weapons, they have resorted to fists. Wapple has gained the support of the world nobles and has become king of the evil Black Drum Kingdom. Dalton has made the Lapins into peacekeeping troops over in the Sakura Kingdom, and the Ishi 20 have expanded and are now the Ishi 100. They open a medical center under Dr. Kureha in the Drum Castle. Over in Alabasta, Kozar is now the Royal Minister of the Environment. Chaka, Pell, and Ingaram are getting new clothes fitted for this year's revelry. And in the bottom right we also have a Kung Fu Dugong appearing. Vivi is 18 years old now, and here we see she is walking around with Karu and Matsuge. Here Vivi visits her father, who's seen sick in bed. The Saruyama Alliance are going on another adventure, searching for the Island of Dreams, Nakroa. The South Bird the Straw Hats had captured to return to Jaya has fallen in love with a North Bird, and their children are a West Bird and an East Bird. Over in Skypia, there is a theme park called Wagumu Land, or the Rubber Band Land. This is all due to Usopp, who gave them a huge amount of rubber bands. Here we see Amazon is responsible for selling the tickets. It seems the going price is 30 million $. Inside, we see Nola works as a bungee ride, and Isa is the cloud ball girl. Konis and Raki have opened a pumpkin cafe together, with Pagaya and McKinley as customers. Here we have Viper, Kamakiri, Bram, and Gembo as the defenders of God, basically the guards of the god of Skypia. Ganfol, Pierre, and the Chandria chief have become good friends, sharing pumpkin juice together, and we can see the golden bell behind them. On Long Ring Long Land, Tonjit is reading the newspaper while his grandchildren are playing with him and his horse. Chimney is seen at the shift station with Gombe, where she has become the Sunday station master. Kokoro and Yokozuna are swimming and enjoying their vacation while learning about the Straw Hats' whereabouts. Mozu and Kiwi now own a bar where they are telling customers about their relation to Frankie. They're talking to Lola and the Risky Brothers. So it's pretty funny how in 2 years Lola has only made it from Thriller Bark to Water 7. Moving to Iceberg. If you remember, we last saw Iceberg having interviews with several candidates to become his new secretary, and it seems that he chose candidate 153 from that cover story. Paulie, Tilestone, and Lulu are seen celebrating as their Galila company has completed the new sea train, the Puffing Ice. Zambai, Kev, and Tamagon now work for Galila and are responsible for overseeing operations outside of Water 7. Perona has gone back to Thriller Bark and has found Kumashi. Disco, now a vagrant, is seen in front of the ruins of the human auctioning house. He has daggers through the wanted posters of the supernovas that ruined the business, suggesting he has a grudge against them. Moving to Impel Down, Hannibal has replaced Megalan as the new Impel Down warden, while Domino has replaced Shuru as the new head jailer. Impel Down has a new jailer beast, Mina Chihuahua. Sadie has fallen in love with the newly appointed vice warden, Megalan. We also see here that Sarudef has grown taller. Megalan is now the vice warden, and we can see Sadie on the left and Hannibal on the right. Bon Cray is the new queen of Impel Down at level 5.5, Nukamalan. This is fantastic news for a lot of people, as we did not know the fate of Bon Cray after the events of Impel Down. Emporio Ivankov is reading a newspaper about the Straw Hats reunion. And finally, on this last page, the graves of Edward Newgate and Portugus the Ace are seen after 2 years. A newspaper has been placed in front of Ace's grave, along with a bottle of sake and 3 serving cups. I wonder what this could mean.